Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, after taking for fucking ever, I returned with another part to artists you may or may not know. I'm sort of okay. So, the original plan was that I was going to make this series mainly about K-pop groups. I am ditching that plan because I realize that there's a lot of artists that aren't in the K-pop scene that I really like today's. Today, I'm talking about a woman who dipped was sort of dipped in the French and the Belgian world, more so the French world. Um, and she had her moment in France and in Belgium. A little bit, not really that much, but I'll get into it in a bit. And yeah, I'm talking about TAL. So, Tal, real name Tal Ben Yesri? Ben Yesri? Girl, sorry, foreign names are not my thing. Here's how to say it. She was born to Israeli parents on December 12th, 1989 in Hadera, I'm so sorry, Israel. Her parents immigrated to Paris when she was like less than one, so she was raised in France. What's funny is that she comes from a family of musicians. Her dad's a guitarist, her brother is like a songwriter, her mom does music under the name Sem Azar. That was her name. Uh, her aunt is a percussionist and a world music singer in Miami under the name Ronit, and her cousin Moore is a jazz singer in New York. And funny enough, when Tal's mother was pursuing her own career in music, she was pregnant with Tal, which Tal actually not attributes. Girl, can I talk? Attributes to her affinity for music. Now, am I like some Tal super fan and I knew all of that at the top of my head? Of course not, girl. God bless Wikipedia. That's where I got all of that info from. I really hope Wikipedia doesn't stop existing in the near future, like they said they might, because they're fucking broke. Tal really started her music career at age 16. She started playing at various piano bars in Paris with her own renditions of R&B and soul songs. At age 19, she met Laura Marciano, a producer and songwriter who signed her to Sony Music for 2 years. Although she was signed to Sony Music for 2 years, she only ever released one song in that time period, called La Musique est mon âge. I probably butchered the shit out of that. Here's the actual pronunciation of it.
La musique est mon ange.
So now I get to stray away from the wiki, okay? I get to let my big juicy fan brain go wild. I get to fanboy, okay? In 2011, Tal was signed to Warner Music France, where she released her first album, Les Droits de Rêver. This album was led by the title track of the same name. Mind you that before this album, Tal had actually released 3 singles that were also present on the album. Those were Waya Waya, which was a collaboration with Sean Paul, On Avance, and L'essence de la vie. Curiously, the title track of this album isn't the one that gained the most traction. The 3 singles that came before were the ones that gained most traction, and actually, L'essence de la vie was the one that blew all the way the fuck up. It peaked at number 4 on the French charts and number 3 on the Belgian charts. It's also notable that Waya Waya and En Avance also managed to chart, although not nearly as well. Besides her collaboration with Sean Paul, the album actually included another version, an alternate version, a little special version of L'essence de la vie, more of an urban remix, and it featured a French Algerian urban artist, L'Algerino. I really hope I said that right. The album as a whole debuted at number 7 on SNEP, which stands for, and French people forgive me, the Syndicat National de l'Édition Phonographique. Again, actual pronunciation here.
Syndicat national de l'édition phonographique.
The French, which is the French album charts, it reached its highest position at number 5 after debuting at number 7. The album didn't do so hot in the Belgian charts, however. It peaked at number 24, which is not bad at all. Also, it should be noted that the album did get a triple platinum certification. So, collect that tea. Miss TAL, she ate with that one. A bit of a side note here. I did forget to mention that Waya Waya and En Avance, they appeared on an eponymous album. Well, an EP, really, not a whole album. It had like 4 songs that she had made that same year before releasing her like official album. It was also the 2 songs were accompanied by covers of Price Tag and Man Down, in which TAL straight up says the N-word, which I'm not going to speak on too much. I don't know if she can do that, but it was certainly curious to me. Like, she just, with her chest, just said the N-word. Yeah. So TAL spent a few months over the next years, so she actually spent a few years, releasing singles here and there. So she spent like about 2 years in a comeback. And when she came back in 2013, when she released À l'Infini, led by, again, a title track of the same name. I personally recommend the whole damn album, and the title track is good, the B-sides are good, like, it's all good. It's just a fucking bop. À l'Infini is a little slower, more reflective, although it could be argued that her first album took on that same route, but yeah. It's a bit more melancholic. Yeah, I was right the first time, girl. Trust yourself. Melancholic and pensive. Although there are songs scattered about that aren't like that. Most notably, #Cash and like Get Off, which are the opposite of melancholic and pensive. The album didn't do bad at all, and it was also certified triple platinum. So TAL ate twice in that regard. And so, again, TAL released a few singles here and there, but there wasn't really like a bulk of activity where she was like, here's my album, check it out. Again, until 2016, where she released TAL.
We don't need to run. When the problem come, when they come, they will come. We can overcome, come. Yeah.
And you might want to pause a second, because that might have caused you some deja vu. It confused the fuck out of me too while I did the research for this video. Her EP that she released before her first album and her 2016 album are both named TAL. She named a product twice after herself. So, well, I guess the company named a product twice after her, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, a little confusing, but there's an EP and there's an album. Right now I'm talking about the album. 2016. I didn't really dive into this album personally myself, but I did get to listen to DAO, A Dance All Over the World, and I did get to listen to Are We Awake. They're good. They're not the best. They're considerably weaker, in my opinion, compared to her other products that she had put out before. They're not bad, but they are the weaker end of her discography. With that being said, her album still got platinum certification, so she kind of ate, but she ate a little less. There were a little bit of crumbs left on the plate. She didn't eat that much with this one. So, as is tradition, for our girl Tal, she goes off, she does her own thing. She goes on tour, Talu Cinema. So, your boy made a mistake. As I'm editing the video, something didn't sit right with what I had said. I was like, something's wrong. The fanboy in me is disagreeing with what I'm saying. And it turns out I was right to disagree with what I was saying because I was off by 2 years. Tal u Cinema is actually the compilation album of all of the songs Tal had performed live, but she had actually gone live for À l'Infini, and she had done so 2 years prior in 2014. So, yeah, my bad. Where she does a bunch of covers and, of course, her own product live for like 2 years, I want to say. Yes, 2 years. Because she comes back in 2018 with Juste un rêve. The album wasn't certified a damn thing, which sucks. It sucks because she was on to something with this one, in my opinion. I really liked Mondial and ADN, and I also really enjoyed Carpe Diem. Those are my favorite songs, but I did enjoy the album as a whole, and I'm sad that it got no certifications. It was like a nice summer day, vibe with the album. Shortly after the release of Juste un rêve, again, sorry, Tal leaves Warner Bros. France. It's not specified why. Like, I couldn't find a source that directly said this is why she left, but because she became an indie artist, I'll go into that in a bit, and she started releasing her own shit, I would go out on a limb to say that she wanted more creative freedom. And creative freedom she got. She changed her name to Tallulah, and she made a comeback in 2021 with the single Find My Way.
I don't know if it's gonna fit. I don't know if I'm gonna be everything you see in me. Why you couldn't see? Why you couldn't see?
And the evolution of Tallulah.
Hooked up on that quick fix of love. On the line you get me feeling like I'm feeling low.
She dropped her first independent album, TEOT 2, which did take me an embarrassing amount of time to realize that it literally stood for the evolution of Tallulah Part 2. She released this in 2023.
Taking a trip, metamorphine, never know what I'm gonna find.
She has since then taken a more R&B approach to her music, as opposed to her poppy sound that she was used to pumping out for Warner Bros. France from 2011 to 2018. And yeah, that's it. That is Tal, our newest addition to artists you may or may not know. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to not take so fucking long to post, even though I'm only posted to like 15 people, but 15 people is 15 people, and I would really like to get content up for you guys. So, yeah.